Hi, Paul from Find My Footwear, and today we're looking at a group of shoes all suitable for walking for people that require support because they overpronate. Okay, so first of all, what is pronation? What is overpronation? And what features should you look for in a shoe? Well, first of all, pronation is the natural movement of the foot when the foot strikes the ground on the outside edge of the heel. It rolls inwards through the arch of the foot, the arch naturally flexing. The arch has got 26 bones that make up 33 joints and create the shape of the foot, and it's there to flex and absorb the impact when you walk and run, dance, jump, whatever activity. So it's the natural cushioning system. Pronation is the foot rolling in, kind of functioning. It's the foot functioning and absorbing the impact. Overpronation is when the foot rolls in excessively. So as the foot pronates, rolls in, if it stops in a neutral position, where it's stood up nice and straight, if it rolls in excessively, then that is classified as overpronation. Now, there's no hard and fast rule as to what is overpronation and what classifies it from regular pronation, if you like, but generally speaking, if we move from neutral more than around 5 degrees, I would say, then that is overpronation or excessive pronation. So we're going to look at shoes that provide some stability. We're going to look at shoes that feature good cushioning, that support the foot very well, and reduce and control the excessive pronation of the foot whilst walking. Okay. First up, if there's any questions on this, put them in the comments below, as always, and we'll always endeavour to answer. But first of all, my first choice for a shoe for walking for overpronators is the New Balance Fresh Foam X 860 V14. Quite a mouthful in the cushioning. Let's break that name down first of all. Fresh Foam X is New Balance's cushioning material, and it's used in most of their running shoes that are for daily use, for daily trainers, if you like. So the 860, any New Balance shoe that ends in the number 60, 860 for example, is a support type shoe. If the shoe ends in the number 80, it's a neutral shoe. So this is the 14th version of the 860, the brand's most popular supportive shoe for overpronators. So how does it control overpronation? Well, the Fresh Foam X cushioning material is made up of 2 layers, a dual density. And if we look here, the bottom layer is slightly firmer than the top layer. If we slowly rotate the shoe round, we can see on the lateral side of the shoe, there's less of the firmer material, more of the softer material. So the two are spliced together, and they're spliced at an angle, so that essentially as the foot rolls inwards, the more it rolls in, the more it overpronates, the more of the firmer material it encounters. That reduces the rate of overpronation and helps keep the foot in a nice neutral position. It works extremely well, and for walking, that combined with the nice natural kind of rocker shape to the shoe through the heel into the midfoot and toe off, rolls the foot forward very well. It's a nice degree of cushioning. It works beautifully. It's a very comfortable shoe. It fits true to size. Nice breathable mesh upper for everyday use. The New Balance 860 V14 is an excellent option for people that overpronate and just want a day-to-day walking shoe. Great choice. Another good option from Saucony is the Hurricane 25. It's been around a while, the 25th generation shoe. Now, there's several features here that make this a great shoe for overpronation. First of all, we've got a dual layer of cushioning again. You can just about see the seam here. This bottom layer is the brand's Power Run material. That's slightly firmer, creates a support. On top of that, under the foot, we've got the Power Run PB foam. That's softer, lighter, springier, and more responsive. You can see the shoe has a slightly straighter shape to the medial side of the shoe, and it's quite broad in the forefoot. So it guides the foot forward. The brand call it centre path technology. Sitting within the shoe rolls forward, again, nice rocker to it, heel into the forefoot. Guides the foot forward smoothly, straighter last, centralises the foot, broader forefoot, stabilizes, allows the foot to spread out within the shoe. When the forefoot splays, that creates natural stability. So all these features together combine to make a very supportive shoe for overpronators, and particularly for walking in this shoe. It's nice and light, very comfortable for all day use thanks to that Power Run PB foam on the top layer sitting directly under the foot. So it's a nice springy feel, adds a spring to your stride, and yeah, great for walking if you are an overpronator. That's the Saucony Hurricane 25 from Asics, and the GT 2000 V14. Now this shoe, you might think it's the 14th generation, but they've kind of been round and recycled the numbers because they were getting too high. So I think this shoe's, gosh, it's been around for at least 25 generations. The latest model features the Fresh Foam Blast foam. That's from the Nova Blast shoe, and that's a very soft, springy foam. So for walking and running, it's soft, very well cushioned, feels very comfortable under the foot, but has a nice natural spring to it. So the toe off is really nice, particularly for all day use. Your foot sits in the shoe, very comfortable, very welcoming feel to the shoe. Asics are using the 3D guidance system in the GT 2000. Now, essentially, we've got a broader base, slightly straighter last through the rear and midfoot, wider forefoot again, but we've also got some sidewalls here. You can see them more on the medial side under the arch. See how the midsole scoops up a little bit, sits into the arch. So your foot sits within the shoe. It's very stable, very centralized, held neutrally, and overall, the GT 2000 is a very stable, very welcoming, soft cushioned yet responsive shoe that feels great for everyday use as well. It is available in a wide range of colours, so check them out, as well as with fitting options. You might have to look online, but you might find something suitable. They do a black version as well. So a great option for overpronators that want a shoe for walking and day-to-day use. The Hoka Arahi 8. Now this shoe has popped up in several comparison videos that we ran recently, and that's because it's a very versatile option. Hoka, well known for their rocker design. That's no different here in the Arahi 8. Scooped heel, rocker forefoot, deep cushioning, also a popular feature of the brand. It's a light compression molded EVA foam. It's not the most technical foam on the market, but in a walking shoe, it keeps the foot very stable and it's very durable foam. So it's a nice combination of cushioning and durability at a lightweight. So it works very well for this usage scenario for overpronators that want a walking shoe. The brands use the H-frame support system. So the H-frame is kind of a letter H. We've got a firmer section on both the lateral and medial side of the foot. The cross section creates torsional rigidity. You can see how the foot doesn't twist very much, so that provides great support for overpronators. Fits true to size, the Arahi 8, the same as other Hoka models, but there is a little bit less volume, a little bit less width in the Arahi. It is available in width options. Again, you might have to seek them out online, and a lot of people might require that for daily use and for walking. But overall, a very nice, light, great shoe for all day use and for walking, particularly thanks to that combination of lightweight cushioning, stability, and the smooth rocker action. Now, a couple of options that you may not first think of, but like the Asics, no shoe list comparison video would be complete without a Brooks. They have a wide range of shoes. There's always something suitable for every foot type. And I've chosen here the Ghost Max 3. Now, whilst this isn't strictly speaking a support type option, it does feature a lot of technical aspects to the shoe that do work very well if you're going to use it for walking. First of all, max cushioning stack, 39mm thick. So lots of cushioning. It's the nitrogen infused foam. It's soft, springy and very durable. So it's a hard wearing shoe. And we've got a big deep rocker. So from the heel through to the forefoot, I don't know if you can see it too well on here, but we've got quite an aggressive rocker here. It rolls the foot forward nicely. It's very supportive, very stable, and roomier fit in the forefoot as well, allows the feet to splay. A lot of the GTS models from Brooks, that's go-to support, have a feature called guide rails. Now, whilst they aren't called out on this shoe, they do have, I would say, smaller guide rails. So the foot's seated a little bit lower into the midsole. That kind of cups the heel and again adds great stability and support if you're an overpronator. With fittings and colour options available, Brooks always have a wide range of fit options and colours, so kind of something for everybody. But here, it's the soft, durable nature of the cushioning and that deep rocker that I think make it a great choice for walking if you are an overpronator and require a little bit of support. You won't require, or you shouldn't require as much as a runner, so the Ghost Max 3 is a great choice there. Finally, perhaps the most unusual choice for overpronators seeking a walking shoe, but I've chosen the Altra Timp 5 Gore-Tex. Now this shoe, it certainly wouldn't be your first choice, but a lot of people that want a walking shoe, first of all, they want a waterproof option. So this is the GTX option, it is waterproof. They also want a bit of traction. So the Timp 5 is essentially a trail shoe. So we've got good traction, good grip, and it's a zero drop, often a feature that's requested for people wanting a walking shoe. They like the zero drop feel. And that means the cushioning in the heel, in this case 29mm thick, is the same as the forefoot. So it's a zero drop, 29mm of cushioning all the way through the foot. The foot sits a little bit flatter to the ground, and with the brand's toe-shaped foot box, the toe-shaped last, it allows the foot to spread out. That kind of gives the foot its own ability to remain stable, spread out, provide natural stability. So the Altra Timp 5 Gore-Tex is a shoe that, because of the sum of all its parts, is a very good option for people that want a walking shoe that helps with overpronation. I think the overpronation element here comes from the lower drop, the stable cushioning, small guide rails, as we can see here. Yes, they use the same term as Brooks. I don't know who came up with that term first of all, but someone probably will stick it in the comments below. But because of all those features, it does work very well. So there we have it, 6 great options for people that require a supportive shoe for overpronation in shoes for everyday use and walking. As always, comments below, I'll always endeavour to answer. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon with more comparison videos.